Hello and welcome to Kickin' It with Kathleen. I'm glad to be back here today and introduce to you this upcoming week is National School Choice Week. And it's very important for us to all be mindful of school choice and the necessity to advocate for school choice. School choice doesn't just mean charter schools. It means private schools, it means magnet schools, it means any kind of alternative program that might be available in the traditional public school system, as well as the traditional school, which 85% of students attend a traditional neighborhood school. Californians have been choosing charter schools more and more over the past 20 years. 20 years ago, it was only 6% of students in California that were in charter schools. Now, we're up to 12, 13%. This has put the heat on traditional schools to improve their programs. Some schools, like our school, has been created to provide a different process for the same result. So in other words, our students do about the same as the traditional school, but our process is completely different. And our process is designed to create an empowered, student-driven student who has been involved in their own educational journey the whole way through. So for us, it's not just about the results on a standardized test, it's also about the lifelong results of the educational process where they have been a part of the process from the very beginning. And for many people, charter school is a new idea. They don't really understand that we are schools of choice, that we are free public schools, and we take all students, and we have special ed students, and we have English learners, and we have all those things. So even though you would think that by now everybody would know, because we know this, the truth is this education is still needed for the average Californian. Here's 4 things you could do this year to help our school and school choice in this state. What are you doing every week to elevate the conversation about charter schools? You have a powerful instrument at your command. This is your social media, this is your telephone, and you could pick up the phone and call your local legislator. You could talk to all your neighbors and friends at church or in your neighborhood. You can post a story on Facebook or Instagram related to charter school. Keep the conversation going and keep the information flowing. That's number 1. Number 2, what elements within charter schools, not just our charter school, but other charter schools as well, what elements within charter schools demonstrate quality? And so for Springs, for example, this would be that we're WASC accredited from the Western Association of Schools and Colleges. We have won second place at the top workplaces. So that means our staff is extremely satisfied with working for us. That we have high parent satisfaction, internships and CTE pathways, and many of our students get college credits simultaneous with their high school graduation. We have National Honor Society and many other CIF sports and many other things. So we're not so very different in many ways. We provide a lot of the same things, but we also provide an educational process that is more engaging for the child. What stories can we share about individual stories about students and their success here, about teachers and their success with us, about the community and how the community has been enriched by our school? For example, at our school, we have an aviation program that partners with the Flabob Airport up in Riverside. This is enriching to that whole community, not just to the students and teachers at the FAPA program. So these are the stories that need to get out there and get told. And then 4th, so what advocacy efforts have you particularly scheduled for this winter and spring? You could host a political candidate in your house and have a support fundraiser. You could go visit a legislator in your area to talk about charter schools. You could write a letter. You could make a phone call. You could, what specific event or activity are you going to do over this next 3-4 months and continue to do every 3 or 4 months so that we can get the word out and keep the conversation positive about charter schools. So remember to celebrate School Choice Week this week and the whole year. And right below what you are doing to elevate the conversation about charter schools within your community, whatever that might be. Also, please note that we have so many 1-minute student spotlight videos and other 2 or 3 minute videos that showcases different components of our school. We have a whole library of them, and so please take a look at those and start posting those on your social media and other places to get that story out.